I would say yes to everything. I remember I was at I got offered $1 million to go to Australia and headline a festival and perform for 45 minutes, and I turned it down. And everybody was like, "You're crazy, you're crazy, da da da." And I was just like, "No." And this was the year I'd made $30 million, so I was like, "No, actually." And I realized there were people in my pocket, and I was like, "I don't want to go. I'm not." And I talked to my therapist, and she was like, "What do you value?" And I said, "What do you mean?" She says, "Well, do you value the money and going to Australia?" It's funny because she's actually Australian herself.
Yeah.
But I was like, do you, she said, "Do you value that, or do you value rest and, taking a mental sabbatical?" I said, "I need that thing. I need to relax." And she goes, "Well, there's the answer. And anybody else who is upset or angry with you or is trying to make you feel bad, fuck them, fire them." And I was like, oh my God. And I realized at 28 years old, like, I've been in control this whole time. Whoa. Not to say that the people that I worked with ever made me feel as though I wasn't, but I didn't know that I was in control. And once I knew that, everything changed for the better.
Dude, that is deep, bro. That's like wait, so was that your 30 million
Yeah, I made 30 million in 2018, and that changed my whole life.
off of touring
Yeah.
and music,
Mhm.
albums, streams, obviously.
Yeah.
And 40, so for me, I totally relate it. Obviously, that's a different level what you're saying, but for $1 million for 45 minutes is a good number. And the fact that you
It's the best number.
yeah,
It's the best number ever.
Yo,
1 million, 45 minutes.
No, in and out.
It's like, be on your shit. Don't be hungover. Just do your thing.
Yeah, I kind of.
It's the
I was
best
like,
number.
man, that one.
$1 million? Yes.
Yeah,
Are
but
you joking?
yeah, but
I'd
you
give
were
a homeless guy a hand job for $1 million.
yeah, you were
What?
you were fried, bro. You were fried.
I was. It was bad.
And what's crazy is I get that on my own life of different level of just trying to please and saying yes too much and feeling like, oh, did I let this person down? So you must have it on a higher level.
I had it on a higher level.
But now you're more chill. You're definitely chill.
Yeah. I really do trust my managers. You know what I mean? So it's like when they come to me and they kind of fight for something, like I really do hear them. But like after the second time, the third time they bring it up, then I'm like, yo, like it was not even a fucking discussion.
And did the team change after that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, the team has changed. Yeah, it has, but in a positive way. There's plenty of people who've been there since day one.
Yeah.
There's some people who it hasn't lasted, but even that, it's never like I deal with good people. There's only a few assholes that somehow made it out in the end, and that was just really sad because it was like people just trying to come at me for money or things like that. People I've known 17 years. And then whatever, which is difficult. And I really don't even, I'm not trying to shed light on anybody in that way, but that's always really hard when for me it's personal, but for them it was like you find out it was all about the money the whole time.
Yeah, dude. I always tell people fame doesn't change the person. It changes the people around them.
Yeah. I think if anything, fame, what's the word? It kind of shines a light. Money shines a light on who you really are deep down. Because it's like, if you start making all this money and you turn into an asshole, you were an asshole the whole time. You were just broke. You're a broke asshole.
Yeah.
and then you feel like you have power now because you have money. But it could go like that.
Yeah, you just have access to more things.
Mm-hmm.
So exactly, if you like fucking eating Skittles, then you can buy.
Dude, you have great skin.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate that.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Do you moisturize?
You know what? I use this stuff that's collagen under my eyes every night. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'll show you the bottle later.
Please do.
For our skin care line, you can go to Power Positivity what?
Peace, love. and
Peace, love, positivity. So you have a lot going on in your life.
I do. My wife's pregnant.
Again.
Yeah. It's a little boy.
Already.
Yeah.
How many months is she deep?
She's almost 6 months.
Wow, congratulations, bro.
Thanks a
This
lot.
is going to be your third.
That would be my second.
Your second, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, and you were living, well, I don't know if I could tell people, you were living out of state.
Yeah.
And now, are you still out of state?
Yeah. I'm in Oregon.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so.
No, I appreciate that. But yeah, I'm in Oregon, and then I bought a house here, and Like I mainly honestly bought my house here for um just because money is the US dollar is just burning,
Yeah.
due to inflation and just sitting in an account, it's not doing anything.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me invest in a property. So dropped a couple M's there.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in investment. I think it's important. I actually used to never invest. So when I made that money after taxes and all this, oh, don't get me started on taxes. I mean, I get 55% of every dollar. But anyway, so make 30 million, you got 14 left. Then you got to pay commissions. Then you got to whatever.
People in your pocket
Exactly.
trying to get you to go to Australia.
So I had that money, and it just sat there for like a year and a half. Like it just sat, and everyone's like, "Yo, you got to do this, da da da." And I'm like, "Why y'all telling me what to do with my money?" First of all, But there was a few people that really cared about me and knew, and then they proceeded to educate me. And the reason why I didn't want to move the money into some form of investment is because I have a broke man's mentality. So my whole life I was raised on welfare at Section 8, eating powdered milk, and my roaches had roaches. So it's like, you feel me? So I'm like, that's all I ever knew. And so when I got all this money, I mean, I remember when I got the news and I listened to my account and it was like, you have $30 million. I was like, oh my God. Like I had a panic attack because I beat the game.
Yeah, but you knew it was building up, right? It didn't just wake up and it was 30 M.
No, I woke up and it was 30.
Well, it was like 15 M, 18 M. You saw like
no.
Really?
No, yeah. Because
So
I mean, my first tour ever,
how did it come in like
I had
that?
$1,600 to my name when I went on my first tour. No, not my first tour, my first album.
Yes.
And I bet on myself and I invested money in myself, and then I came back and I was a millionaire. And then through my second and third album, it was because of 1-800 and because of the popularity of that album, and then me following through with the more pop, the more trap songs, that I did these kind of more long-term deals, publishing deals, long-term touring deals, re-upping my record deal. So realistically, bro, I think before that check really came in, I probably had like 400 grand.
Wow, that's a big jump.
Exactly.
That's a humongous jump.
Mind you, I did own the house I was in too, so it's like technically I was worth a couple $1 million. But once, it really
That's a high key lottery.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's just because it comes out of nowhere. But you knew you didn't know the number. You weren't keeping track of it.
Yeah, but I mean, I was thinking about it, but that's why it was so difficult, because I'd never had anything that when I'm looking at my bank account, I'm like, no, I need to see all the money here, because then nobody's taking it from me. And then when I was educated that it's like, bro, the world is taking it from you. It's just burning here. That's when I decided to make an investment in crypto and, a couple companies and obviously myself. My biggest investment is myself. I pay for my own tours, production costs, all these different things. I think that's super important. And I basically, even with like crypto and stuff, just a couple M's, enough to not jump out the window if it all crashes.
Mm-hmm.
So I leave enough liquid in my various accounts to make sure that if anything does happen, I'm still set. But I think it's also very important to diversify your funds and invest for sure.